Hi guys, Hound's Armory here, and today we're taking a quick look at this Demolisher build. It's a little bit of a minimized Demolisher that I designed to be a loner and specifically for my girlfriend. It's super comfortable, nice to get tucked up in behind, take to a war, take to an HVZ, great little primary. So let's do an overview. Internally, we're running a open flywheel project cage with Michelle 2.0s and Worker smooth wheels on a 2S lipo with a voltmeter right there in the jam door. I don't put voltmeters on all my blasters, but when I can, I do. Just because it's a nice little checkup if you're familiar enough with how lipos work and you know your general operating voltage. It's just nice to be able to check on it every now and then. Even if you use something like a voltage alarm, which I think is a necessity, you're not gonna miss the voltage alarm going off. Those things are so loud. But I like having a voltmeter just as a little check, just to double check where I am, especially if I'm in between missions at an HVZ, just to check to see, okay, is my battery okay? Is my battery starting to run low? And if it is, I can swap it out at that moment and just know that what is now my backup battery is on lower charge. So externally, let's start with the front. I've got this little cap for the barrel attachment point. Just as an aesthetic thing, I think it just cleans up the look a little bit, makes it look a little more finished. But of course, like I just showed, you can easily pull it off if you want to throw something fun on there, like a Spectre barrel or something, give it that like suppressor look. On the bottom, I have done away with the hamp. I love that the Demolisher comes with a master key, but I like modularity more. So I replaced it with this Picatinny rail section on the bottom. I think this is designed by Jackrabbit Nerfer. If it's not his design, I apologize. I think he has one. But whatever it is, I'll find it and I'll put a link to the Thingiverse page in the description below. I then have a Foam Blast extended mag release. This is the one designed for the Strife, and yes, it drops right into the Demolisher. This is my favorite mag release just because you can get it with your thumb or with your middle finger, which is my preferred manual of arms. And it just gives you a little extra leverage and a little extra surface area to hit instead of like the stock button. But it's not so long it gets in your way. This time I've just gone with the stock rev trigger. I think it's perfectly comfortable, and the stock pusher works just fine. On the back is what I think is the interesting part. This is the stock for the original Griffin kit. I will put a link to just what I can find is the most original version of the Griffin with this stock in the description below. That is a really awesome blaster that I hope to be able to build one soon. I think I have the wheels and motors for it. I just need to get some more filament so I can actually print one out. But this is the stock off of a Griffin. It is a battery stock. It holds, for this build, your 2S lipo and a voltage alarm just fine. It does mean you have a very long battery lead leading all the way back to the stock. It is attached with a chunk of PVC pipe in the middle. It is attached to this not magazine attachment point, stock attachment point that was designed for the FDL3. It's got two sling loops on the side, and it does have a little notch insert that you can put through here and screw in. But this one's tight enough, it's just friction fit on there, and given that it's a light build, and even if you give it a good shake by the sling loops, it's not budging, and most of the time you're gonna have it pushed into your shoulder. I'm okay with that, just friction holding it on. Now one thing I did do is I glued the pipe into the attachment point, but not the stock. This does two things. It makes the stock portion, the back bit here, very easy to replace if it ever gets damaged, which it probably will. And it also lets you adjust the angle it interacts with your shoulder very easily. You can even do it just by kind of putting it in your shoulder and pushing the blaster a little bit. You get a little bit of an angle going, just a little bit of customization. make it nice and comfortable. I know that's kind of a weird thing, and I haven't really seen anyone else do that. But it was kind of just a nice side effect, and it's something as I was, fire testing it and just kind of feeling it around, doing some magazine changes with it just to get the feel of the blaster, I found I kept getting this little angle off to the side because of the way my shoulder crease is. And it doesn't really impact anything. It was just a little fun thing I acknowledged. All that being said, I did kind of design and build this with my girlfriend in mind. So the stock is a little short for me. It's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches short for what I would think my ideal length of pull is. And I still think it's a very, very comfortable blaster. I find my thumb likes to sit right up here, which is a nice place to hold on to. The Demolisher is really thick, so sometimes it can be hard to decide where to put your left hand. I think it tucks in there nice, and you can always grab your magazine, which makes ditching it really nice and quick. But yeah, overall, that's this nice, simple, well, not quite as simple as some of my other builds, but it's not bad. That's my overview of this build, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope it gave you some ideas of things to do with a Demolisher. They're a great blaster that I always seem to get a little stumped on when I want to mod one. I think this might be my favorite solution I've come up with this far. I like the flattened out bottom. I like the battery stock. The one reason I love Demolishers is the handle is so much more comfortable than a Strife. I don't know what it is. I think it's something to do with the trigger pull being a little longer and maybe the angle. I just think it's super comfy. I'm gonna stop rambling now, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, please leave a comment down below. Please like and subscribe. My channel keeps growing with every video I post, and I really appreciate all of you for your support. And thank you so much for watching.